In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to get list-id ClickUp. By the end, you'll know exactly where to look in your browser and how to copy the list ID safely for use in integrations, automations, or support requests. First, open your preferred web browser and head to the ClickUp web app. Sign in if you aren't already. You can do this on any modern browser, but using a desktop browser makes the next part easiest because you'll need to read the full URL in the address bar. Once you're in ClickUp, navigate to the list you're working with. Open the specific list so its page fully loads and you can see its tasks. If you're viewing a space or a folder, make sure you actually click into the list itself so you're on the list dedicated page. That way, the URL in your address bar will reflect the list and include the identifier we need. With the list open, look up at your browser's address bar. You'll see a long URL with several parts separated by forward slashes. Toward the end of that URL, there's a section that contains the list's unique identifier. The piece you're looking for sits right after the final forward slash and just before any question mark in the URL. In other words, find the last slash in the address and then read the characters immediately after it. Stop at the question mark if you see one. That chunk in between is your list ID. If your URL doesn't show a question mark, the list ID is everything after the final slash. To copy it, highlight just that chunk of text in the address bar. You can drag your cursor over it, double-click if your browser selects the segment cleanly, or triple-click and then deselect any extra characters. Once it's highlighted, copy it using your keyboard shortcut Command+C on Mac, or Control+C on Windows, or right-click and choose Copy. Paste it wherever you need it, such as in an integration field, an API request, or your documentation. A couple of quick tips as you do this. Be precise when selecting the ID so you don't include the trailing question mark or any extra parameters. If the URL looks complex, slow down and locate that final slash first. Everything becomes easier from there. And while a list ID isn't a password, treat it carefully and avoid sharing it publicly to keep your workspace structure private. That's it. Head to ClickUp, open the list, grab the ID from the URL between the final slash and the question mark, and copy it. You're all set.